All right, one down and five to go. Next up, we have GoMo Health. So we welcome to the stage the GoMo Health video, followed by the founder.
Have you ever had the unfortunate circumstances to have cancer, or maybe do now, or chronic heart condition, diabetes, or other complex diseases? Folks who have those battle anxiety, stress, depression, fatigue almost every day, and that causes people to go off meds, off therapy, run to the emergency room, get readmitted. And this causes hundreds of billions of dollars of excess cost into the healthcare infrastructure of the United States. And typically our healthcare system is not geared to treat the mind and the body in one care plan. But all the new incentives and value-based payments from CMS are incenting the healthcare industry and the pharmaceutical industry to address those. And that is what GoMo Health has done. We really understand what makes people tick, and we engage them virtually, mobily, within their lived environment, using our science of human behavior and cognition. So what we do at GoMo, our product is a cloud-based chatbot. It's very consumer-friendly. It's clinician-friendly. It's easy to use. It requires no app or portal. It's just text and web-based. So it's easy to get up and running. And most importantly, it's fueled by our proprietary machine learning behavioral science, which has enabled us to achieve some of the highest levels of patient activation in the population health and care coordination business. And I'm happy to share that information, more details, when I have more time with you. Financially, in 2019, GoMo did about $4 million. This year was scheduled to do about $6 million. We are a cloud-based subscription recurring revenue company. About 80% of our revenue is recurring. Our gross margins are starting to creep up to about 70%. We are currently cash flow positive, and we're seeking approximately $2 to $5 million to enable us to more rapidly achieve the $10 million run rate mark, which we believe we can do in 2021. And most of the use of proceeds will go to sales and marketing, because right now we are not having trouble winning new clients and retaining and growing clients. Some of our clients include WellCare Centene, United Healthcare, Novartis, Humana, Rutgers Cancer Institute in New Jersey, University of Nebraska Medical Center, and other names you would be aware of. So we have a great track record. We're winning about 50% of new qualified opportunities, and that's why we're seeking, the dollars now. So in summary, why GoMo? We're in the middle of a very large addressable market in the tens of billions of dollars. The new healthcare economy and the payments system is requiring integrated psychosocial and physical care plans and digital therapeutics, and that's exactly what we do. We have a proven leadership team. For example, myself, I have started, grown, and successfully sold to other companies, and I'm happy to discuss those circumstances. And our ultimate goal is to be a few $100 million a year company. Our pricing model is creeping up to $10 per person per month. And we're looking for partners and collaborators and investors to share in that growth and journey with us. Thanks, and have a great day.
Excellent job.
Have you ever
Excellent
had...
job, Bob. Thanks very much. We're welcoming now Bob Gold, the founder and chief behavioral technologist, to the Pitchwell stage, along with two more of our judges, Colleen and Ian.
Great, thanks. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Karen.
Okay. Bob, wonderful presentation. I am really excited to learn more about your company, and definitely there is that need to address all of these medical conditions with a focus on the psychosocial. With your seeking of $2 to $5 million, mostly on sales and marketing, what would you do if you were just to win the $100,000, and how would that help you move forward when your goal is so big?
Yeah, so we're about to announce a couple collaborations in cancer. One of our fastest growing areas is in treating people going through cancer, because the oncology care model, in fact, 2.0 of the oncology care model requires a lot more patient-partnered care and ePro requirements. So the $100,000 we would put all toward our work in cancer care. So we work with patient advocacy groups, we work with cancer centers, we work with healthcare plans, right, in helping folks in their health journey. And it's really, really important, because you could imagine 100% of those patients have fatigue, anxiety, stress, depression. Interesting one fact, the two top reported issues of people going through cancer in our system are 1, anxiety, and 2, fatigue. And then all the other physical symptoms follow. So, anyway, that's what we would do with the dollars.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Bob. I would just echo Colleen's comment. Terrific presentation, and thanks for that. As you said, Bob, the environment in which you operate is a complex ecosystem. Many different players, potentially leading objectives, sorry. So as you look at the opportunities for scale in the coming 12 to 18 months, what are the greatest barriers that are before you in terms of scaling up, and what are your plans for overcoming those? Okay,
yeah, so, it's distribution is, key. So right now, about 80% of our sales we do directly, and about 20% through resellers and channel partners. We're looking over the next few years to invert that model, where the majority of sales comes through distribution. So we are growing our distribution channels and how we go to market. And some of those include marketing partners or scientific partners. Like, we have a deep scientific relationship with the American Heart Association. They were looking for a behavioral science to embed within their care plans to individualize treatment. So we've rolled that out. We have other relationships like that and resellers. So that's what we're looking to do. Folks who there are people who have health call centers that resell our digital therapeutic. There are folks that sell other technologies to healthcare institutions that embed our digital therapeutic within their systems. So that's what we're trying to do to scale.
Excellent. Got about another minute in case there's one more short question. Otherwise, we can transition to our next company.
I had a quick question, Dave.
Go for it.
So, Bob, thank you for the presentation. You mentioned a few different segments, and then when Colleen posed a question about what will you do with the 100,000, you focused on the cancer care. Would you say that is sort of the #1 segment priority? And when you look at that ramp to 10 mil in ARR, what is well, I guess if 80% of it is recurring, but either way, what is the mix from a customer perspective that you'd expect?
Bob, you still with us?
Number one priority is needed. By the way, to slip in, 80% of our revenue is recurring, 20% is set up, right? And it's fascinating in oncology that we have payers interested in us becoming their hub provider for all their cancer centers and oncology providers within their credentialed provider community, as well as going to cancer centers. And we are making an announcement soon relating to pharmaceutical companies who are looking at digital therapeutics for their oral oncolytic drugs. Quick comment is about 130 of the 500 drugs in cancer went orals, so people have to take them at home. It's much better than infusion, but now it requires them to completely self-manage. And we probably have the first oral oncolytic remote care plan deployed, functioning, and having an ROI in the industry. So we're looking at working with pharmaceutical companies to help us scale the cancer care digital therapeutic across their provider community as well.
Fantastic. Bob, thanks so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Have a nice day. Thank you, everybody.
You as well.